Hey everybody, it's Keith here, and today I have a super special car. This is a Bentley Turbo RT. This is the very last run of this body style that ran from about 1981 to 1998 for both Rolls-Royce and Bentley. This is the best of the best of the best. The RT was the last 242 or 252 cars they made. Last of the true hand-built Bentleys and crew before Volkswagen took over. And what they did with this model is they gave it some body modifications, some very sporty upgrades, really premium features inside, but most importantly they gave it the 400 brake horsepower engine out of the Bentley Continental. So very, very special car, totally different from a typical Bentley Turbo R. This example's only got a little over 60,000 miles. I think it's actually about 68. We'll check here in a second. But finished in the best color in my opinion, which is Peacock Blue. And let's go ahead and just take a quick peek inside. So you've got red label badging everywhere. You've got this gorgeous inlay wood. It looks like there is, let's see here, 3 different types of wood inlaid here. And the lacquer, the clear coat over the wood is excellent. This gorgeous fluted leather seating. You've got dual Kenwood DVD players with the screens here. All right. We go to the front. You can see the steering wheel has virtually no wear on it. Carpets are pretty clean, a little bit of wear on this one. Now we've got the full lamb's wool carpet set for this. I just want to show you the badge here. This is Turbo RT, chassis number H66230. And there you see the VIN number as well, H66230. It is a true Turbo RT. Right-hand drive, they only made 200 of these. Finished in Peacock Blue, I'm not quite sure. I've actually got another one that is one of 3. It's an Olympian. So really, really special car here. Now that being said, this particular model has had an insurance claim against it. So I'm going to go around and point out some blemishes. There's some curbing on the alloys, as you can see there. On this arch, you can see some bubbling, some rust bubbling, and some stone chips there. There's a crack in the paint in the pillar there, which is really common actually on Bentleys and Rolls Royces. You'll see cracks in the paint on the pillars. Blemish there, some cracking in the paint there. Just going around. Turbo R badge. So at some point, and you can see it's just I think a hair off being centered, but at some point the Turbo RT badge was replaced. And I know this because I've how much of a pain it is to get a replacement, because the one on my Olympian was replaced and they could only source a Mulliner badge. So while it does have a Turbo R badge, it is a Turbo RT. You can tell clearly by the bumpers, by the engine, which we'll take a look at in a second, and of course by the chassis number and the stamp on the body, which is what really counts, and the alloys too. So a lot of dead giveaways that this is in fact a proper RT. So we'll open this up here. Now it is also the lowest priced Turbo RT in the world. A couple of marks there, you know, and I think for where it's priced, this is the best value luxury prestige car money can buy. I mean, you're getting a 400 brake horsepower car. You can see you've got the sport button, and it's got the giant Garrett turbocharger on it. You're getting all of this gorgeous exotic burl wood and gorgeous leather with the piping that matches the dash. Tremendous car for the money. On your front bumper here, there's a little bit of it looks like it's a little bit off place with the bumper washers, or not bumper washers, excuse me, the headlamp washers. And then in the corner here, you can see there's some little marks. There's a couple screws here, you know, kind of crude, but again, you take a look back and it's a hell of a good looking car. I mean, for the money, you just can't beat it. Super presentable, and if you want to take it and throw some money at it and get the alloys refurbished and give it a respray, or just address the individual blemishes here and there, no matter what, at the end of the day, you've got a great looking car. It's got this factory tint that is just awesome. I mean, you can see the reflection here, the iPad taking the video. So you've got this great tint, all of these options, you know, memory electric seating, and oh yeah, cruise control as well. All of the windows work, which is really rare from all of the cars from this era. So, you know, while it's not perfect, it's a lot of car for the money. It's very special. And while we wish it didn't have its blemishes and history of having an accident at some point, it is part of its history. And there are plenty of cars that have been through all sorts of accidents, wrecks, you know, track accidents that sell for huge money at the auction, because like this car, they're rare, and it is what it is. You know, you can't really go get another one. They only made a handful of them, and it just becomes part of the history of the car. So yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to get inside, we're going to start up the car, and we're going to take it for a spin. You're going to get to see what happens when we turn the key. All right, put my seatbelt on. There we go. Okay, so got all these wonderful analog gauges, your air conditioning controls there, your radios underneath there. We've got I think a DVD player and CD players in the armrest here. So we put the key in the ignition, and you can see instantly the steering wheel goes down. You've got steering wheel controls there. And we'll just put it in the run position. We've got 67,000 miles. I'm going to turn it. Starts right up. So you can see all of the warning lights are functioning. There's no light bulbs out or anything like that. The alarm occurred light comes on. At some point, it must have had a dead battery or something. It has, the alarm's never gone off while I've had the car, and the car started up first time, every time. Nice, smooth, steady idle. You know, no warning lights illuminated. You've got your oil pressure is exactly where it should be at idle. Alternator's doing its job, so you've got good charge there. Got a little over a quarter tank of petrol in there. And that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and shift it into drive. So we'll lift up, and now we're in drive. And go ahead and check my mirrors. We're good to go. All right, away we go. Now, the first thing I can tell you is that the gearbox shifts super smooth. The suspension is excellent. You don't have the bouncy rear suspension that you get on some of these cars. This road's a bit of a rough and unfinished, bumpy road, but we're gonna go onto some smoother tarmac here in a second. All right. And there we go. Yeah, it's going super smooth through all of the gears. The seats are very comfortable. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. You can hear the leather inside creaking a little bit. Going around this bend here. Just a nice smooth ride. Well, I hope this gives you a good idea of what the car is like in person. One more thing to note, let me put my window down. You've got automatic windows here. You can see on the side view mirror, there's some cracks in it. Oh, I think we're gonna have a standoff here with this van because we're not both gonna be able to get through. There we go. What a gentleman. And that's it. And if you want to put your foot down, wow. I mean, tremendous power. That is incredible, especially for a car this big. So, I mean, that turbocharger kicks right in and you're off like a rocket ship. There's no funny noises coming from the engine or the exhaust or the turbo. I mean, everything's working how it should. No warning lights, 67,000 miles. Turbo RT, the top model Bentley and Rolls-Royce put out for this entire body style, the entire 20-year generation. And you're getting the lowest priced one in the world with this mileage. So, it's a no-brainer. If you've got any questions at all, do not hesitate to get in touch. Give me a call, post a comment, send me an email, I'll get back to you. But, you know, someone's gonna be real lucky and snag themselves a bargain with this car. And they're gonna be one of only a few people in the world to have one. You're never gonna pull up to a stoplight and see someone else with one right next to you, unless you're on some sort of Bentley Owners Club convoy maybe, and even then, probably not, because like I said, 200 ever made in right-hand drive, a few more made in left-hand drive, and out of all of those, who knows how many are really left on the road these days. So with that being said, I'm gonna sign off, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time with the next car in the next video. Take care, everyone.